You know, content syndication, it might sound like some kind of old school marketing tactic, right? But what if I told you it's actually the key to unlocking some serious growth? Today, we're going to break down how this classic play is being totally reinvented into a strategic engine that drives real, measurable revenue. So first, let's just set the stage a little. If you're a B2B marketer, you know the feeling. The pressure is on more than ever. A recent report found that a staggering 79% of B2B marketers have taken on new responsibilities in just the last year. I mean, the role is just expanding like crazy, and so are the expectations.
So what's the number one thing driving all this change? Well, the data makes it pretty clear. 64% of marketers say it's all about driving revenue growth. We've moved way past just chasing brand awareness or a bunch of leads. Now every single piece of content has to justify its existence by contributing to the bottom line. And that makes our strategy more critical than ever before.
And this brings us right to the heart of the challenge. I mean, think about it. You spend countless hours, a ton of budget, creating these incredible white papers, reports, and guides. But in today's world where everyone is fighting for attention, how do you make sure that amazing content actually gets seen by the right people? And, more importantly, drives real business results?
That's where content syndication comes in. But, and this is a big but, not in the way you might be thinking. We really need to evolve our perspective way beyond just generating a long list of leads. It's time for a major strategic shift.
Okay, so let's make sure we're all on the same page. At its core, content syndication is pretty simple. It's about taking your high-value content and republishing it on trusted third-party platforms. Just think of it like placing your best insights directly in the path of decision-makers who are out there actively looking for solutions, people you might never ever reach through your own channels.
And this slide, this really nails the mindset shift. You see, the old game was all about lead volume and cost per lead. You know, really short-term stuff. But the new, strategic approach, it's focused on pipeline influence, building brand authority, and driving long-term revenue. We're playing a completely different sport now, folks.
And here's the crucial part. The real ROI is kind of hidden beneath the surface. You're not just getting a list of names. No way. You're building brand authority at scale by showing up on sites people already trust. You're handing your sales team warmer, intent-driven contacts. You're actually shortening the sales cycle because you're educating prospects early on, and you're getting this priceless intelligence about what your market really cares about.
Of course, the second we say republishing content, I know what you're thinking. A big red flag goes up for any marketer who cares even a little bit about SEO. So let's just tackle that head on. Let's bust the biggest myth that holds so many people back from doing this effectively.
This is it, right? This is the question on everyone's mind. If I put my best content on other sites, isn't Google going to penalize me for duplicate content and just totally tank my rankings? It's a really valid concern.
And the answer is a clear and simple no. As long as you do it the right way. You just need to make it crystal clear to the search engines which version is the original, authoritative source. That's it.
So how do you do it right? Well, it really just comes down to 3 simple steps. First, and this is non-negotiable, always publish on your own site first. You gotta plant your flag as the original source. Second, make sure every single syndicated copy links back to that original article. And third, and this is the real secret sauce, work with your partners to add what's called a canonical tag. It's just a tiny snippet of code that basically tells Google, hey, this is just a copy. The real masterpiece is over here.
Okay, so now that we know syndication won't nuke your SEO, how do we make sure it actually helps your bottom line? Let's walk through some of the most common mistakes that can turn a great campaign into a total waste of budget. The first and honestly the most common mistake is just measuring the wrong things. Focusing on those vanity metrics, like the number of clicks or total downloads. It doesn't really tell you anything about revenue or business impact.
The fix is to completely shift your focus. You have to align success with actual pipeline contribution. Start asking the right questions, like, how many of these engagements turned into qualified opportunities? How much revenue did this campaign actually influence? That's the stuff that matters.
And that leads us right into the second classic mistake, chasing a huge volume of leads over the quality of those leads. I mean, just dumping a massive list of unqualified contacts onto your sales team doesn't just waste money, it creates some serious frustration. So the fix here is to be relentlessly focused on quality. You've got to prioritize targeting your ideal customer profiles, your ICPs, with absolute precision. Make sure you're reaching the right job titles at the right companies in the right industries.
Another really key part of the fix is matching your content to the buyer's journey.
It's just common sense, right? For someone at the top of the funnel, just starting their research, you serve them broader guides and trend reports. For folks in the middle, you hit them with case studies. And for those at the bottom, who are ready to buy, you use your sales assets. It's all about delivering the right message at exactly the right time.
So we've covered how to do syndication right now. But where is all this heading? Because the evolution doesn't stop here. The next frontier is all about AI, and it's making this strategy smarter and way more powerful than ever before. AI is a total game changer here. Just imagine being able to analyze massive data sets to find your perfect audience with laser precision. Or how about automatically scoring leads so your sales team only talks to the absolute hottest prospects? AI can even predict what content a lead will want to see next and track the true ROI in real time. It's incredible.
So when you put it all together, the takeaway is crystal clear. Smart marketers are no longer treating content syndication as some simple top-of-funnel tactic. It has become this sophisticated, data-driven, and truly strategic growth engine that builds your brand, aligns sales and marketing, and directly influences revenue.
Which leaves us with one final, crucial question for you to think about with your own strategy. Is your content just being published, or is it truly being put to work to perform for your business?